Hey guys, my name is Bando, this is Brexit Bando, and I wanted to share this with you. So, for long-term viewers of the channel, you'll be aware that I have a Shattered Legions force made up of survivors of Istvan, of Raven Guard, Salamanders, and Iron Hands. And those of you that follow me on the Bolter and Chainsword will know that my Salamanders have got plenty of love, mostly painted up in the Tempest Galleries colour scheme, which many people know as the Rogue Trader or Badab War colour scheme, with bikes, speeders, recon marines, that sort of thing. And that my Raven Guard have a lot of infantry, and they've got quite a wide selection of stuff. But my Iron Hands have been lacking quite a lot. And I decided that I wasn't happy with the Iron Hands scheme I was doing. It was a more traditional colour scheme. It used like a lot of Oxford blues to highlight the black. It wasn't a metallic scheme. It had a lot of red in it as well. And it, from a distance, looked a lot more like sort of slightly blue Dark Angels. And generally, I just wasn't a big fan of what was going on with it. So, I recently stripped my Land Raider, which you can see in the back here. And I had the intention of stripping my Assault Squad as well. But going back to them, I just realised that the quality just wasn't there, model-wise. For those of you who have been on the Discord recently, or looking at the posts, or follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been 3D printing a lot. I received a Mars 5 Ultra for Christmas last year from my parents, and I basically sat on it. I didn't use it. I didn't even unbox it for months. I was just a little afraid of it. You know, I've had a printer in the past, but the resin, the fumes, I don't have a living room I can put it in at the moment, where I used to put the old one, so I didn't really have a problem with the fumes then. Now I will be sitting 8 hours a day or so, you know, in my workshop with the printer sat behind me, and I was like, okay, I'm not really happy with that. So I ordered an extraction fan and a grow like hood thing, like an enclosure, and I finally sort of, you know, manned up and decided to break it out and actually use it. That was a week ago. And I have been printing every night, non-stop since. Average print time's just under 2 hours. And it has been going flat out. And I wanted to show you what I've printed. I want to tell you how much it cost. And then I want to tell you how much it would cost from my recaster. And then a rough estimate, because it's all out of stock at the moment, as what it would cost from GW. This is just the Iron Hands side of things. On top of what you see here, I have extra bits and corpses, half of a 20-man assault squad for my Primaris scale Emperor's Children, even more random bits, roughly 20 Mark V Alpha Legion that I've been starting, Night Halter, a 10-man assault squad for the Emperor's Children, and a couple of characters for different things like a World Eaters, Librarian, that sort of thing. But my Iron Hands is where I've spent a lot of my resources and time, and it started with these guys. A unit of veterans armed with melee weapons, because I like melee veterans for 2nd edition, and I wanted a bunch of guys armed with combi weapons and things like power mauls, because power mauls are cool and they kill Space Marines. So I don't know if that's going to focus at all. I doubt it. Anyway, I have a 10-man veteran squad. Then, reading the 3.0 Libras and all that, and the legacy stuff, we had the veteran breacher squad. And it was everything I've always wanted. A melee breacher squad is fantastic. Now, I don't intend to play 3.0. Doesn't mean I can't build something that's in the rules, and I know someone's going to backport it. So again, I broke out the maces, and I got some shields done. So I've got a 10-man veteran breacher squad, and a sergeant with a power fist. And a regular 10-man breacher squad. Now, my plan originally for this army was to have it as a fast attack army. I wanted each of my Shattered Legions to not play to the strengths of their Legion. These aren't the front line guys for this Legion, the paragons of the Legion. They're what's left. That's why it's a recon element of Salamanders. It's the heavy weapons side of the Raven Guard, and the fast attack side of the Iron Hands. Well, that kind of fell apart. But instead I decided I wanted to do this as like a hammer and anvil kind of army. The bait, as it were, the fast moving stuff, the jump pack stuff. And then the hammer, an absolute boatload of heavy infantry in assault drills. And while the assault drills haven't finished printing yet, the plan is for all of this to be mounted in drills and use the Underworld Assault doctrine from 2.0. Got a 10-man heavy bolter squad using the classic 40k style heavy bolters. Again, bright resin. Let's see if I can get this to focus at all. There you go. And the best part is I get to play with silly helmets, like the style of the guy from Death of Hope. And some fun half helmets. Can't really see it very well. Yellow and white. Really the smartest move for taking pictures of models. But who cares? I also have a Centurion. A Terminator Centurion. A Tech Priest. A Heavy Bolter Rapier, which will be joined by a second and a third. I've got 4 crew for the Rapier already. And a full 10-man not assault squad, sorry. Command squad. The full 10-man command squad to join my jump pack Praetor now, because the Forge Father can't take a jump pack anymore in 3.0, but Forge Lord in 2.0. With some spiky helmets to make them look rather brutal. So I don't know what this costs in points. I haven't put it together yet. But I went on to my regular China guy, and I priced this up using the closest proxies, the Medusan Immortals and the Iron Hand Veterans. And this entire thing, roughly, was about £250. Which probably at most recasters would be closer to £300-400. The guy I use is phenomenal. And then I made the mistake of going onto Games Workshop's website and doing the same thing. I'll give you guys a second to put comments down below of what you think it's going to cost at GW. Yeah, higher than that. Yeah, a bit higher than that too. It was about £12.50, which is insane. And while it also included another rapier, because you can't buy them on their own, it definitely cemented the idea that even buying a £300 printer, it's cheaper than that a lot. And now I'm going to tell you how much this this cost me. And I this isn't a brag. I don't want this to be a brag. This is information. This plus another 10-man squad and a handful of characters and an absolute shed load of support waste material set me back. Obviously the printer was free because it was a present, and I don't count the electric because I'm going to be using electric anyway. £36. £36. It's 2 bottles of resin. I wasn't even looking particularly hard to find the cheapest bottles of resin. I just went on eBay and searched ABS like resin and pretty much picked the first one. £36 for all of this. That's insane. That's cheaper than you would probably find the Land Raider on eBay for. Which I would just like to say, the extra armor, doors, is all legit Forge World on this. So, not everything I buy is knockoff. Some of it's, bougie and real. So, my buttery boys here, as you guys have liked to call them, are insane value. And I get what I want, when I want it, how I want it. And it costs me a fraction now. I understand why people are worried about the health implications of a printer, and they might not have space, ventilation, or, they have pets or something, and I get it. But I bet you got a friend who's got space, and I bet they'd be willing to go halvesies on it with you. So if you're not printing at this point, you're probably just throwing money away. Keep an eye on the channel, guys, because this is going to be expanding, and I'm going to be showing these guys off in a full army showcase when everything's painted. My plan is this week I want to get everything here primed, at least. And hopefully my next bottle of resin turns up this week. And I'll get myself some more rapiers. The bolter arms for these guys. I've also got a recast order coming in, so I'll be adding even more stuff. You can't stop the signal, Mal. Bye-bye.